Lamb chops are often considered a delicacy, prized for their rich flavor and tenderness. When it comes to the carnivore diet, which emphasizes meat consumption and excludes plant-based foods, lamb chops are frequently regarded as a flavorful and indulgent option. The marbling in lamb chops, the fat that runs through the meat, contributes to its succulent texture, and many carnivore dieters enjoy it for the high-fat content that aligns with their dietary preferences. However, despite the undeniable appeal of lamb chops, there are several reasons to exercise caution when consuming them regularly as part of a carnivore lifestyle, particularly in light of the associated health risks and nutritional limitations. One of the main selling points of lamb chops is their richness in fat. For those following the carnivore diet, which emphasizes a high-fat, low-carb approach, this can seem like an advantage. Fat, particularly saturated fat, is an important component of the carnivore diet because it provides the energy needed to fuel the body in the absence of carbohydrates. However, while lamb chops provide an ample source of fat, the kind of fat they contain, especially saturated fat, can have serious health consequences. Saturated fats have long been linked to an increased risk of heart disease, high cholesterol, and stroke. A diet consistently high in saturated fats can lead to an imbalance in blood cholesterol levels, particularly raising the levels of LDL cholesterol, which is considered the bad cholesterol. Over time, this can contribute to plaque buildup in the arteries, increasing the risk of atherosclerosis and other cardiovascular issues. Lamb chops, like many red meats, also contain significant amounts of heme iron, which is the type of iron found in animal products. While iron is essential for transporting oxygen throughout the body, excessive consumption of heme iron from red meat has been linked to an increased risk of various health problems, including colorectal cancer. High levels of iron can catalyze the production of free radicals, which can damage cells and contribute to the development of cancer. Additionally, red meats like lamb chops contain compounds that are produced when the meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These compounds have been shown to have carcinogenic properties, further raising concerns about the long-term consumption of lamb chops, especially when cooked at high temperatures like grilling or barbecuing. Another downside to lamb chops is their lack of important nutrients that are found in plant-based foods, such as fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. The carnivore diet, which encourages the consumption of animal products exclusively, is inherently lacking in these vital nutrients. Lamb chops, while rich in protein and fat, offer no dietary fiber, which is necessary for maintaining healthy digestion and preventing constipation. Without fiber in the diet, individuals are at a higher risk of developing digestive issues, including bloating, irregular bowel movements, and more severe conditions like diverticulitis. The absence of fiber can also contribute to poor gut health, as a lack of fiber hinders the growth of beneficial bacteria in the digestive tract. This could lead to an imbalance in the gut microbiome, which has been linked to a variety of health problems, including autoimmune disorders, obesity, and even mental health conditions. Moreover, lamb chops do not provide antioxidants, which are compounds found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains that help protect the body from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an excess of free radicals in the body, which can damage cells and increase the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. By excluding plant-based foods, the carnivore diet places individuals at risk of not getting enough antioxidants, leaving the body more vulnerable to the harmful effects of oxidative stress. This is particularly concerning given that oxidative stress is a key contributor to aging and chronic disease. For individuals with pre-existing health conditions, particularly those involving the cardiovascular system, kidneys, or liver, the regular consumption of lamb chops may exacerbate existing problems. The high saturated fat content in lamb chops can place additional stress on the heart, potentially leading to high blood pressure, arterial plaque buildup, and an increased risk of heart attacks or strokes. For individuals with kidney disease, the high protein content of lamb chops can strain kidney function, as the kidneys must work harder to process the excess protein in the diet. Similarly, individuals with liver problems may find it difficult to metabolize the high-fat content of lamb chops, potentially worsening liver function over time. In addition to the health concerns related to their consumption, lamb chops also have an environmental impact that should not be overlooked. The production of lamb, like all meat production, is resource-intensive and has a significant environmental footprint. Lamb farming contributes to deforestation, greenhouse gas emissions, and water pollution. In particular, ruminant animals like sheep produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. As the demand for meat continues to rise, especially with diets like the carnivore diet that promote high meat consumption, the environmental burden of lamb production is expected to increase. This is an important consideration for those who are concerned about sustainability and the future of the planet. Additionally, the cost of lamb chops can be prohibitive for many people, particularly when compared to more affordable cuts of meat or plant-based protein sources. Lamb is often considered a luxury item in many parts of the world, and consuming it regularly as part of the carnivore diet may be financially unsustainable for some individuals. With the rising costs of meat, the economic feasibility of maintaining a carnivore diet that includes expensive cuts like lamb chops could become a significant challenge for many people, further limiting the accessibility and sustainability of this way of eating. While lamb chops are undeniably delicious and offer a rich, indulgent taste that many find satisfying, they come with a range of potential drawbacks, particularly when consumed as a regular part of the carnivore diet. The high levels of saturated fat, lack of fiber, and absence of essential nutrients like antioxidants make lamb chops a less than ideal food choice for long-term health. The risk of developing heart disease, cancer, and other chronic conditions should be taken into consideration when deciding whether to regularly include lamb chops in the diet. Additionally, the environmental impact and the high cost of lamb farming are factors that should not be overlooked. As with any diet, balance is key, and those following the carnivore diet should carefully consider the potential risks and drawbacks of consuming lamb chops regularly in order to make informed decisions about their long-term health and sustainability.